Well, hi everyone, welcome back to Shady Oaks Farm. If you just watched my other video, in that video I was talking about doing a dust collection system, and I'm using 4-inch PVC pipe. Some people use 6-inch. My system is a 4-inch, has a 4-inch outlet on the dust collection system itself, so it really is no advantage. In fact, they suggest you use 4-inch piping for that system. So I have a Supercell. I think I mentioned that in the other video. Oneida Supercell. But what I'm doing this video for is, it's about these clamps I found on the internet, on a video, on a YouTube video. And some people are going to say, well, why not just use tape? Why not use glue? Whatever. Glue's fine. You can glue every joint if you want. The problem with glue is if you want to make a change, you have to cut the pipe, change it however you want to change it. Tape is fine also. Tape is cheap. But these things, the thing about tape, it could come on, the adhesive could wear off over time, whatever. But the thing about these clamps are, you have a piece of EDPM foam in there. It looks like this. You can buy it off of McCar Master or somewhere like that. And all you do is you put the foam in. You take these clamps here, and I'll put one in here. You won't be able to see it on that side if I turn it around here. So you just put the foam in here, peel the tape back, and put the foam. It's got two areas there to put the foam in. I'll show you here in a minute. And so the foam goes like so, and I just take a pair of scissors. It's got a little bit that sticks out the end there. I just cut these. What I did was cut them off like that. What I did, I made a mark on my table down here that I'm sitting on, and I just stripped the foam all the same length. But what I was going to say is, if you look at these clamps, they got a 2-step process in there. And so what that's for is, for example, I got some pieces of PVC here. For instance, this piece right here, you have a step down or a step up, however you want to call it. And so you would take your clamp here, and these can stretch out. You're not going to break them. Like I say, these are 3D printed. If you don't have a 3D printer, you'd have to find somebody to print them. But for the cost of 3D printers today, making one of these is pretty cheap. I think each one of these clamps is $1.18 in filament. So that's nothing compared to I mean, yes, tape is probably, tape is a lot cheaper, of course, but the cool things about these are, like I say, you got the step there which fits over that, and then you got a place for a nut on these things here. You got a place for a nut, and then you got a screw, and then when you clamp them together, it holds that joint together, and then it doesn't allow air to come out of there. And then also, what's cool about it is there's a bracket they make, and I don't have one printed right now. I used one. I'll show you here in a minute. Hold on here. So let me bring this over here. This camera. They make a bracket like this right here that clips on here, and unfortunately I can't show you how it just slides on this little bevel edge here. So I don't have any of those currently printed. But anyway, there's a little bevel down here. Those slip on, and you can use those to screw them onto your wall, screw them onto the ceiling, however you want to do it. The brackets are, I think the brackets are less than $1 to make, whatever. And you don't need that many brackets. But pretty cool idea, I thought. And, for probably, I don't like glue in PVC. It's a pain in the butt. And then you get the purple stuff everywhere, and it's nasty. And I've done enough PVC pipe in my lifetime, and I just didn't want something in a shop like this. And then plus, if you want to take this apart, you just take the 2 screws. These things you can slip them off however you want to do it. You can stretch it out enough to put it on the pipe like so, and then take it off. So, pretty good idea. Like I said, if you want to change something, all you gotta do is undo the screws, pull it off, make a change, you know, if you want to add another junction on or something, you know, and then put the clamps back on, you know, again. But now some people will say, you know, well, you got every clamp at every joint. That's true, but the whole objective of doing a ductwork is keeping, you know, making sure that your CFMs are, you know, are consistent and not, you don't have any air leakage. So you want to make sure, like I said, you want to make sure your airflow, the volume airflow doesn't reduce, you know, with every joint. So yes, you know, some people say, well, it kind of looks ugly there, you know, if I got, you know, if I come back over here, you know, and I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's one bracket's holding it on there. So this is, I can take this off. This pipe's gonna come off eventually, but I don't think it looks that bad. You can print these in any color. You can print them in white. So I'm gonna show you real quick how one of these things go on, how easy it is. So you take your nut, these are just 5mm, and you just take them, pop them in the back. I'll do the other one here. So they go in like so, and you just pop them in the back. So if you can see the two nuts, pretty cool. And the bracket's the same way, the mounting bracket's the same way. So then you take your screws, so I'll take 2 screws. Again, these are just, what do I got here? These are M580s. They're probably 1 3/4 long or whatever. Let me bring the camera over here real quick. All right, so you take a clamp, like I say, you orient it the way you want it. I got 2 screws here in my hand, and so this case here, I'm going to put it like this. So I'm going to slip it on. I can pull this away from the wall because I don't have a bracket on it yet. I'm going to put a bracket on it eventually, but not right now. You can slip them on later. That's another thing that's pretty cool. If you want a bracket here later, to clamp it onto the wall, you can. So you put the step over like so. Got it pushed up there. I'll straighten it up like that. So if I want to put a bracket on here to hold it against the wall, I can. Then take your screw. Put your screw in there and just push them together. Get it started. Put your other screw on, like so. And then go ahead and tighten it down. And I mean, these things snug up, which compresses that foam. And like I say, I put a piece of foam in the center there so it compresses that up. And I think he does the same thing. So there you have it. So that's not going anywhere. You know, you're not going to take that piece apart. I got to do some more for the rest of the system up here, up above. But that's how quick it is. So you can dry fit everything and then go back and add your clamps later. The only thing you got to worry about if you dry fit the drop downs, you know, you want to make sure you, like I got one up there. I put one up here because this pipe would have dropped down when I was playing with it, just to show you for an example what it looked like. So, but yeah, so that's it. That's how simple it is. And again, so you know, there's not gonna be that many here. You got one there, you got one right here, you got one up there. You'll have another one there, so you're gonna have 3 or 4 right there. But okay, so it cost me $4 and you know what, 75 cents or something like that, 65 cents for a solution like this. You know, for that price, you know, I think it's pretty good. You know, I'm not getting anything. I didn't get these clamps for, you know, the file free or anything. I didn't get anything. I just saw it out there, and I just thought I'd pass the information along, you know, about, you know, there are things available out there, and even there are things available out there free for dust collection systems. If you look, I mean, you can print, you know, your blast gates. You can print, you know, all kinds of connectors. I gotta hold on for a second. So, you know, we printed this connector. You know, I needed a connector, and I need a certain OD and ID in it, and so you can print, got a little bevel on it there, you know, whatever, but you know, that, you know, less than $1 to print something like that. I can't go buy a connection, you know, for instance, I can't go buy this connection here for less than $1. So, you know, there's no way. You go to Lowe's and buy a piece of PVC and tell me how much it's going to cost. This material is very strong, and it will hold up with no problem whatsoever. So, I mean, you can print. I'll print some, not this here, but you can print, you know, different connections. You can print this. There's a print file out here for this. That's pretty cool. This is flexible. I bought this from a company, you know, it's a flexible. It goes on to one of your machines, you know, and then you got the other end where your dust collection goes on to. In fact, this right here goes onto it. So like this, it's a quick connect. But believe it or not, you can print the same piece right here, and I have the print file. The print file is free, and you can print it with the flexible part of the hose up here and the solid part of the hose down here. So, and the other thing about it is I've printed extra pieces, you know, just my son's come up with the designs or something I need. I got a hanger I'll use in the middle of that PVC that we've come up with to hang. It's all it is, just a U-shape hanger that we put out there, and that will hold the pipe. I've used one in the other room, but you know, it's pretty cool some of the things you can print out there. Lots of free files out there, but you know, in this case here, the guy is, you know, not going through, you know, like one of the sites where you can print, you can download, you know, the STL file, you know, to print things off, but that's fine. Well, like I say, what it costs to buy the STL file for these, it wasn't that expensive. I just want to put that out there. If you're doing a PVC duct collection, when I did my dust collection, I went back and forth, PVC, metal, whatever. With my system, you have to do at least a 24 gauge or 22 gauge. You have spiral pipe. You know, it's either spiral pipe or there's another company that makes another quick connect system out there. But to do my shop right here, it was over $3,000. So, like I said, I can't see spending $3,000 for a dust collection system. You know, the only problem with PVC is sometimes you get a little bit more static electricity. The myth's been proven many a time that, you know, the dust is not going to cause an explosion in your PVC dust collection system. So, you know, you'll see people out there saying, "Wow, you're using PVC, you know, you're taking a chance, you know, and you're going to have an explosion in your shop." That's not the case. So, you know, go out there and do your research. It's been proven many a times that dust in PVC collections does not cause an explosion. So that's it. I just wanted to show you that, and you know, if you got any questions, just make comments, you know, let me know, and I'll gladly answer them. And thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.